for this class, please have a blanket. Please also have two blocks. Two Oxford English dictionaries will also get the job done, or whatever large, like an encyclopedia or a hefty dictionary, not necessarily OE. And that'll be it for prop talk. Come down onto your back, please. Take a couple breaths to settle into your mat. Settle into your skin. And settle into this moment, this time for practice. Bend your knees, place the feet on the mat, heel toe the feet to the edges of the mat. Drop your knees to the left and bring the right arm up and overhead. Begin to take in some full, smooth breaths using the Ujjayi or victorious or ocean sounding breath by creating that touch of friction at the back of the throat. And then as you inhale, fill the belly, fill the chest. And then hold the breath in for a moment, suspend the breath at the top. And then exhale, empty the breath down and out. And then hold the breath out for just a little moment of suspension. And then inhale. Hold for a moment, and then exhale. Keep going like that, brushing the breath up and down the length of the body, and create little nodes, little moments of space at the very top and the very bottom of each breath. The breath could be in and out through the nose, in the nose, out through the mouth, any other breath pattern that you can conceive of that works best for you right now. Take 2 more cycles of breath like that. At the end of your second exhalation, bring the knees through center and change sides. Now taking the knees to the right, lower the right arm and bring the left arm up and overhead with the elbow, the shoulder bent any amount. And same breath pattern as before. Inhale, fill belly, fill chest. Momentary breath hold at the top. Full exhale, empty chest, empty belly. And then little breath hold at the bottom. Observe what it feels like to be all the way filled with breath. Observe what it feels like to be all the way empty of breath. And also observe what it feels like to be in the transition between those 2 nodes. 2 more cycles of breath. At the end of the second exhalation, bring the knees up to center. Open both arms out to the sides. Palms could be turned up towards the ceiling or down towards the floor. Heel toe the feet in closer to each other, and then flop the right knee over the left knee, crossing the legs. And now as you inhale, gently drop the knees over towards the left, keeping the left foot on the floor, although the sole of the foot could peel up. And then exhale, bring the knees back up to center to point towards the ceiling. Do that a few more times. Inhale as you drop the knees towards the left. And exhale, bring it back. Let this be a fairly relaxed movement, so this doesn't need to be an exercise in how far can I take the knees over. Just make it an exercise more in how relaxed can I stay as I make these movements, even if that means that it's a smaller range that's happening. Maybe it helps to prioritize the sensation of massaging the back of your pelvis rather than reaching some sort of objective for an angle in the body, if that makes sense. It might not. Do that motion one more time. Pause when the knees are pointed back towards the ceiling. And now bring the hands together in front of you with the arms straight. Reach the fingertips up towards the ceiling. And now as you inhale, drop the knees over to the left and take the arms over to the right. Exhale, bring the fingertips and the knees back to center. Keep going. I'm going to throw some more refinements your way. So as you move the limbs in opposite directions, particularly the arms, aim to keep the palms of the hands together and the arms straight. So there could be an impulse here to slide the hands apart or bend an elbow to get to achieve a greater rotation. No need to do that. Instead, keep the hands together and then guide the arms over to the right as much as you can while keeping the elbows mostly straight. Do this coordinated movement one more time. Arms to the right, knees to the left, and then back to center. Pause. We're going to add one more element into this sequence of coordinated movement. So it'll be drop, knees to the left, arms to the right, and now turn the head to look to the left. So the gaze and the knees go in one direction, the arms go in the other direction. Keep going, moving with breath. Inhale to rotate in all those funny directions. And then exhale, come back to center. Prioritize staying calm and relaxed over trying to achieve a certain angle or degree of rotation. At this point, I will share with you why we're doing this. This is a sequence of movements designed towards unwinding patterns of tension and holding in the spine. It's also aiming to uncouple any super well-worn neural patterns of movement. So sometimes there are certain vertebrae that become conditioned to move together. This is a great thing because it helps us to move with more efficiency using less energy. Now is the moment when we do something a little bit different. So we're trying to change the brain, change the body, and bring in some more possibilities for movement patterns. One more time. Lower the arms, unwind the legs, and let's head right to the second side. So drape the right knee, left knee, left leg over the right leg, like you're sitting with one leg crossed over the other in a chair. Take the arms out to the sides with palms face up or down. And then inhale, drop the knees over to the right. And exhale, bring the knees back to center. Relax your face, relax your jaw, prioritize relaxation, ease, and breath. Keep the right foot on the floor, but allow the sole of the foot to peel up off of the floor so that at a certain point you're just supported on the edge of the right foot. Drop the knees over and back just one more time. Pause when the knees are back at center, pointing towards the ceiling, and then bring the hands together. Seal the palms of the hands together and the fingers together. Reach the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Keep the elbows as straight as possible without locking them or getting rigid. And then inhale, take the fingertips to the left, the knees to the right. Keep going. So the gaze can either stay looking straight up towards the ceiling, or the gaze could follow the thumbs. Just allow for whatever naturally wants to occur without too much cerebral intervention. Prioritize how soft and relaxed you can stay, how connected with your breath you can remain, over how far you can rotate. This may sound easy and feel quite challenging. Many of us are strivers by nature or by nurture. And rotate one more time. Come back to center, pause, rest your body, rest your brain for a moment. And now let's add in the third element, which is the head and the gaze. So inhale, take the knees and the gaze and the head over to the right as you move the arms to the left. Exhale back to center. Keep going. This is one of those activities that can feel quite gentle, but is actually quite potent, and could look quite easy, yet feel quite frustrating, so please be patient, gentle, and kind to yourself. Rotate one more time. Pause, release, unwind, hug your knees in towards your chest, take a full breath in towards the belly, in towards the low back. And then open the mouth, exhale as you draw the knees in towards the chest. Inhale, fill. Pause for a moment, be full. And then open mouth, empty. Pause, be empty. One more time, fullest breath in. Suspend. Exhale, release, draw in. Suspend. And then return towards a natural breath. And make your way onto hands and knees, either by rolling onto your side or rocking up the spine. Give your knobby knees some support with a blanket. We'll meet in a tabletop position. And please take 3 cycles of cat-cow, full, smooth, even breaths. At the end of your 3rd exhalation, come to a tabletop position with a neutral spine. Take your knees a little bit wider than your hips. Bring the big toes together and then press your hips back towards your heels into child's pose. Dig your fingertips into the mat like claws and walk your claws forward on the mat and take some full, smooth breaths here, expanding into the front, the back, the sides of the body, from the pubic bone to the collarbones, from the sacrum all the way to the base of the skull, and from the top of the hips all the way to the armpits. Take one more full breath in. And then exhale, walk your fingertips to the right, crawl the left fingertips out a little bit further. Take some full, smooth breaths here. Prioritize breath into the left side of the body, left side of the waist, left lung. Take one more full breath in to the left side. As you exhale, walk hand over hand through center, change sides, now walking the hands to the left, and crawl the right fingertips out a little bit further. Prioritize breath into the right side of the body, the right lung. Take another full breath in. Really flare out the right side ribs. Exhale, walk hand over hand back to center. Shift forward to hands and knees. Bring the knees under the hips, tuck the toes, and make your way to downward facing dog pose. Paw into the hands, pedal into the feet. Press down super firmly into the hands, so much so that you could slide the shoulder blades up towards your ears, spread your toes wide apart, and reach the sitting bones back towards the wall behind you. Step your feet onto the farthest outer edges of your mat, bend your knees, walk the hands in to meet the feet. With the knees bent generously, melt your upper body over the legs. Make your head, arms, and shoulders even heavier, and then slowly roll up the spine. Take your time, move with awareness. Once the head is up, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bring your hands together in front of your heart. While we are here and upright, standing, able to move around, find your blocks and place them at the top of your mat. Turn them, as you can see here, onto their, what's the lowest setting? So if that's the highest, that's the middle, lowest setting. All the way on the outside edge of your sticky mat. So whatever you're using, encyclopedias, OEDs, blocks, set them up there so that that's done, and then make your way back to the back of your mat. Step the feet out wide again. Spread the toes. Press down into the soles of the feet, and then inhale, reach the arms up, look up. Exhale, fold forward over your legs, knees bent any amount. Bring your hands to your shins. Inhale, reach the crown of your head forward. Exhale, fold inward. Lift the chest halfway. Reach the spine forward. Fill the lungs all the way. Suspend the breath for a moment. Exhale, empty and fold. Hold the breath out for a moment. Hands to your shins, inhale, fill all the way up. Hold for a moment. Exhale, fold. Hold the breath out. Return to a natural, full breath. And walk your hands forward, prowl forward. Make your way all the way towards your blocks. And then place your hands, one hand on each block. Place the legs, the feet at about hip distance. You could choose to leave the knees up or place the knees down. Bend into the elbows and slowly lower all the way down onto your belly. If the knees need to come down at any point, place the knees down. Bring the chest all the way between the blocks. And then once the chest, the belly is down, place your knees down. Bring your hands in a little bit more narrow, and then press yourself back up towards a starting position. So please take a moment now to adjust the blocks for the width of your shoulders. For me, that felt like it was a little bit too wide. That may have felt too narrow for you. I'm going to choose to move my blocks in towards each other a few inches. Please move the blocks around according to your own body, but leave enough room so that you can, so you have space for the entire upper body to land down in between the blocks. Shift forward, hands on the blocks in a starting position, knees up or knees down. And then bend the elbows, slowly lower all the way down. Connect with your breath. Once you're all the way down, place the knees down if they were up, and then bring yourself back up. So the up movement doesn't need to be a super impressive push-up. It's just like whatever movement brings you back to, whatever resets you back to the starting position. Head to starting position, a high plank with knees up or down, and then slowly lower down in between the blocks. Once the rest of the body is down, knees down, bring yourself up. Starting position. One more time, slowly lower all the way down. Once you're all the way down, scoot your blocks out of your way and place your hands wherever you'd like for a cobra pose. Press down, reach the breastbone forward and up. Exhale, come down. Do that a few more times, placing the hands where you would like to place the hands, coming up as high or as low as you'd like. Maybe not even using the hands at all, instead squeezing the shoulder blades together as you lift the hands off the floor. Come up and down just one more time. And then make your way to down dog. Inhale, lift your heels, look forward. Exhale, travel, skedaddle, skip to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, hips back, arms forward, chair. And exhale, press into the feet, bring the hands to prayer position. Inhale into a chair pose, sit back, reach forward. Pause here. Now we're going to move from a grounded strengthening pose, chair pose, into a tippy toe balance pose. Options in the arms are to keep the arms up or to bring the hands to prayer. Hands to prayer can be, they've both got their challenges and their advantages, so feel free to experiment. Move with the breathing pattern that works best for you as you transition from a chair pose up to standing. Lift the heels, come up onto your tiptoes, and then lower the heels back into a chair pose. Keep going. You choose what happens in the arms. You choose what happens with the breath. And you choose the pace at which this movement happens. Can you stay awake to the body and to the breath throughout all the transitions, all the moments of stillness? The next time you're in chair pose, please stay in chair pose. If you find that the low back is arching, gently curl the tailbone under. Spread the toes, bend the knees as much as you'd like. After being in a static pose for a little while, some movement sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Observe any craving for movement that arises and remain in your chair pose. And now let's satiate that desire for movement. Head towards your tippity-tiptoe position. Maybe the hands in prayer, maybe the arms reaching up, and then pause with the heels lifted in your balance pose. It may be helpful to fix your gaze on one unmoving location or object. Take one more full breath in your timmy tiptoes. And then exhale back to chair pose. Do a couple more cycles of movement through the transition from tiptoes balance into chair. Next time you're in chair pose, pause, remain. Just kidding. Reach the arms forward, take a breath in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Step back to plank pose. Place the knees down and take a moment to organize the blocks. So, same as we did before, put them into the position that works for your body. If you want to change it up a little bit, a little variety is good too. So maybe you take the blocks wider or closer together. And then starting position, knees up or knees down. Slowly lower down, move with breath. Once the body's down, bend the knees. Your way back up to a starting position. Or reorganize the blocks if you need. And then plank pose, knees up or down. Slowly lower. Do that 3 more times at your own pace. The 3rd time you're down, untuck the toes, scoot your blocks out of your way, but remain on your belly, and now set your left arm up for a chest stretch. So you could start with the elbow bent, like a goalpost arm. You could have the arm out to the side, and it's going to be completely unique to your own body. What kind of angle feels best to you, but please do keep in mind that we're looking for a stretch across the chest and the front of the shoulder. So look for those sensations. Be good to yourself. So start to roll over on to your left side. Peel the right foot up. Maybe you can even kickstand it somewhere behind you. If it feels comfortable, rest your head down on the floor. And if you find that you have landed in an angle that really does not work for you, then come out of the pose, adjust the arm in whatever feels like way it could be more helpful, and then re-enter the pose and repeat for as many times as it takes to find a comfortable chest stretch. Take another full breath in. And then exhale, roll back onto your belly. Now bring your attention to the right arm. Place it, angle it, maybe elbow bent, maybe arm straight. You probably won't know how it's going to feel until you get there. So start to roll over onto your now right side. Seek out a sensation of stretch across the chest and the front of the shoulder. Take another full breath in. And then exhale, come onto your belly. Bring yourself up. And then swing the legs out in front of you. And we'll meet in a cross-legged position. Either shin can be in front. And if you like to elevate the hips onto a blanket, do so. So settle your sitting bones down. Create a little lift through the crown of the head, the tailbone. And now inhale, reach your right arm forward, up, and then back behind you. Place it behind you, and then exhale, guide yourself into a twist. So what I'm really angling for by starting with that arm movement is to look for a twist with an arm position, the arm position in such a way that you can keep that broadening occurring across the chest and the shoulder. Take a full breath in here. And a full breath out here. Twist, wring out the breath. Inhale, rotate back to center. Exhale, land. And then on an in-breath, reach the left arm forward, up, and back behind you. And then exhale, guide yourself into the twist towards the left. Inhale fully. Exhale fully in the twist. Inhale, rotate back to center. And exhale here. We are going to transition into some breath work. This could be done seated. So if crossed leg is comfortable, do that. Maybe you want to put the other shin in front. You could sit on the knees. You could even make your way onto into a chair or a couch, whatever you got. edge of the bed. You know what furniture you have around you. You don't need me to tell you. I'm going to choose to sit on my heels with a blanket underneath me, underneath the sitting bones, between the sitting bones and the heels. So start by, let's warm up the upper breathing apparatus a little bit. So rub your hands on your legs, get off any floor muck that might be on you. And then let's start with the tongue. So stretch the tongue out long. I'm going to show you what have I going on with my tongue. Sorry if it's coated. Stretch the tongue out super long, like you could place the tip of your tongue on the floor if it's a clean enough floor. Mine isn't. Open the jaw wide. Inhale, stretch the tongue out a little more. And then bring the tongue back into its home. Close the mouth. Let's do one more little tongue stretch. Stretch it out. Open the mouth as wide as you can. And bring the tongue back into its cave. Give your lips a rest. And now bring your fingertips onto your masseter muscles, so your chewing muscles. You'll find them by starting with the fingertips at your cheekbones and walk them back towards your ears. So that's where they start at the top, and then they connect all the way down to the jawline. So walk and slide your fingertips down those masseter muscles towards the ears. Excuse me. Maybe forward a little bit. Look for any clunkiness, I guess. Little knobby bits. Excuse me. Like dislodge some with that tongue stretch. And then bring the heels of your hands to where you started with the slipping and sliding. So heels of the hands, bring them to your cheekbones, toward your ears. Then gently press the heels of your hands in towards the side of the face, and then slide them down as you open the jaw down towards the floor. Keep the mouth, the jaw opening down in your scream of nature face. You can rest the fingertips on your face. Breathe in and out through the mouth, and look to create a sense of openness in the back of the throat. And slide your hands all the way down your face, jaw open. And release. Maybe a yawn falls out. Notice how you feel after a little bit of jaw and tongue stretching. They tend to be quite, oftentimes quite tight. They're small muscles and really powerful muscles, so it can make a nice bit of difference to tend to them. Now that we've done weird face stuff, let's do weird breathing stuff. So we're going to start with a bellows breath. I'll demonstrate and then cue us all through. So a bellows breath is a full breath in through the nose. Lean forward as you exhale fully through the mouth. All the air out. All the air out. And then once the air is out, pump the belly. So using the musculature, press the belly out and draw it in. So you're pumping the inner body, and we'll do 10 pumps, and then a full breath in here, and then come upright, an easy breath out. So I wanted to just talk you through that. Now I'll show you just what it looks like. Like that. We'll do just 2 rounds together. So as you're ready, prepare yourself. Take a full breath in, fullest breath in. Lean forward, fullest breath out through the mouth. All the way out. Pump the belly in and out 10 times. Inhale. Sit up, easy breath out. One more time. No, 2 more times. If you need to rest, full, smooth, even breaths in and out. Otherwise, let's do that 2 more times together. Inhale fully. Lean forward, exhale fully and completely. Pump the belly, 10. Inhale. Sit up, easy breath out. One more time. Fullest breath in. Complete ferocious breath out. Lean forward. Pump for 10. Inhale. Upright. Exhale. Notice how you feel. Let's now smooth out with a couple rounds of box breath. So in the future, we can do the bellows breath together and maybe even experiment with more pumping. This gives a massage for the viscera, does all kinds of things that are fun and exciting. Box breath to smooth and get us ready to wind down. So with the eyes open or closed, soft gaze towards the floor, eyes closed, up to you. Take a full breath in for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold out, 2, 3, 4. Full breath in, 2, 3, 4. Hold in, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold out, 2, 3, 4. Keep going. One more cycle. return to a natural breath. And make your way into your pose of final relaxation. If being seated is feeling quite comfortable to you and you'd like to remain, please be comfortable there. Otherwise, come down onto your back. And I'd like to leave it up to you in your final relaxation whether you choose to release all control, any effort to control the breath, or if you are finding the box breath to be particularly helpful, then please continue the box breath as you rest. Please begin to take some fuller breaths. Make some movement with the body. And then bend your knees and roll over onto your side. Once you're on your side, take a moment to reconnect with the breath. And then guide yourself up into a seat. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. And rub the hands together. Place one hand onto your heart, the other hand onto your belly. And extend to yourself a gesture of possibility. Thank you.